It's hard to imagine going around with my computer anymore, especially nowadays, and then setting up commentary when people are like contagious and stuff. It freaks me out. So I'm just gonna be trying to do everything remotely. But anyways, in the meantime, here we go. Louir versus WebbJP. WebbJP on the second Pokemon trainer. Yeah, like I said, it's the gauntlet for him. So this is the second set with the Pokemon trainer in a row. First one being Beast, which is probably amongst the most challenging Pokemon trainers you could play against, especially in this bracket. Beast constantly either winning these things or taking top 3, definitely top 8 very often, as he already did today, taking 5th. So it does have a test against Louir, though, who does play a very different Pokemon trainer. You're going from a Charizard heavy trainer in Beast to a Squirtle heavy trainer in Louir. And let me tell you something, I feel like Squirtle could be a little bit scary. Hey, and the rare ZSS Gimp. Don't really see that very often. And this is a situation I've seen Louir in a couple times now, where he's above 100 and still has Squirtle, which seems just so... It seems so aggressive, and I feel like sometimes he pays for it, but I gotta imagine he probably gets a lot of success that way too. Just like that, Webb kind of back in it, really chasing Louir off stage. I love the aggression from Webb now that he has command over this character, because that's like the one thing when Webb was first playing ZSS, or starting to in these brackets. You could just tell, like, in those moments where you'd see him press with Lucas, you'd see him back down with ZSS, but since this ZSS has been getting so refined, the aggressive off-play, or off-stage gameplay has been so good from Webb. Not going to be enough to take out the big man, but that Taser Whip will be. Plasma Whip, whatever we're calling it these days. All kinds of fancy movements just to get taken out by Charizard up smash. I actually really admire Louir's sort of patience in that, waiting for the ZSS to land. And it looked like a little bit of a flub there from Webb. I think he wanted to shoot the laser the other way or do something else entirely, but really not too consequential here because Louir is going to stay with Squirtle, and for better or for worse, in this case worse, is going to die. And Webb up game 1. And like I said, I think Webb is probably really just chomping at the bit to make it back to Z-Sauce. Because Z-Sauce took him out in winner's quarters in what was otherwise a really close set. Very winnable for Webb. Just didn't get it. And then now we're seeing Z-Sauce in grand finals. Winner's side, I'm sure, you know, that's a good one to run back to. Yeah, if I'm Webb, I'm probably a little fed up with PT as well. Because that was a long set with Beast he just had before this one. I think that was like a 25-minute set. So that means to me that they were both sweating pretty hard. I mean, Smash GG time 25 minutes. Sometimes it's a little not as long because the matches get like triggered early, but I'm not surprised. Game 3 set, if it was that long, probably was that long. Alright, so it could be game set for Webb, or it could be game 3 potential for Louir. We're going to find out right now. And Louir is definitely going to have to, I think, be a little bit a little bit more cautious with the Pokemon selection at high percent. I feel like it just keeps biting him, which is a shame because you could definitely tell Squirtle is the comfort. And Squirtle is honestly, Louir Squirtle is pretty solid all on its own. He really has like the disadvantage of Squirtle's weight. It's just so scary being out at the high percents, but that's your go-to. That's your go-to. Oh, that was interesting looking. Using Water Gun in a little bit of a, I think just like as a movement option. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but. So still in safe Squirtle percents. Honestly, this is a good place for Squirtle just because he could land those jab blocks that could lead to a stock. But instead, we are going to see Ivysaur and now Charizard. Why not? There's just so many options with either of those Pokemon to do the trick. Like, just throw out some Bear. You know, up smash will definitely do it. You just got to catch it right. Or hell, man, just do what Beast does. Throw out a Flare Blitz. It does work sometimes. Nice play by Webb, though. Running up, boost kicking, taking the stock. Missed opportunity on the punish there, but does still get some really solid damage despite all that. Alright, so that's Louir getting on the board again. We're really going to have to sweat here. This is potentially tournament stock, or I'm sorry, tournament game for him. Keeping things very interesting for sure. Despite Webb's first seed and Webb's success in DNA, you know, Louir is keeping himself definitely in contention of at least being able to catch the game. But they're gonna have to put in some work for that first. Can't really let Webb get any much more percent than he has now because, as I say that, really good air dodge reads coming out from Webb and possibly enough to end this right now. Before Louir could really do anything. Yup, that is going to be a... Whoa. Well, that was a good play. That was a really good play. I'm gonna run that back. Look at this. Gets the roll read. Dude, you reverse up beat that? It just looked slick. Looked very slick. That was gonna be WebbJP moving on. Losers finals, one step closer to getting his revenge against Z-Sauce in Grands. Whether he's able to do that or not, I couldn't tell you. But we are going to find out. And I do want to thank all of you guys once again for joining us today. I know it's been a little bit of a quiet night, a little bit of a, you know, laid back night, if you will. Me kind of just sitting here casting a tournament, running it, doing all the things, and just like old times, kind of where we started DNA before there was some budget to do some other things. So I do want to thank you guys for just kind of chilling and hanging out and being friends and stuff.